What's up, guys? This is your Nicholas or Freundog here again, and today I have my first ever MLG video for you guys. This is a second map SND on Crusher. I'm using the K-bar with lots of attachments, which I'll talk about later. And this is the second map. We won the first map, and I go absolutely ham on these guys. I go 11 or 12 in 1, which is quite decent in a 3v3. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the current situation with our clan and what our MLG mission is, or what our overall mission right now is. So right now, if you ever had a chance to look at us on MLG, the European ladder, we have played 70 games, we've won 41 and we've lost 29. So winning 41 games obviously is very good, and we've beat some seriously good teams. I mean, we've beat I think 24th and 15th in the EU ranking, so we've beat some seriously good teams. And yeah, so the problem of course for us is we've lost a few battles as well. So as you can imagine, our consistency isn't that great, and we have to definitely work on that. The reason we haven't played too much lately is because we're only 3 of us right now. Also, one of us is quite busy personally right now, so we haven't played that much in the end of December or beginning of January. So yeah, but other than that, our mission in MLG is, of course, we want to keep going until we have a fourth player, which is a consistent fourth player, which you can balance out with. We will stay on MLG for now, and then move to UMG when we feel it's the right time with our fourth player. But as we are only 3 right now, we don't want to overdo the confidence right now. So we're waiting a bit until we see how we move forward. Other than that, there's this big topic, of course, about playing or possibly playing all mode. Right now we're just an SND team, as you all know, as if in Black Ops 3 I only posted SND videos. But usually we're just an SND team. So yeah, but we're thinking about moving on. At least my opinion, all mode is the way to go. I get a nice ace here, by the way. All mode is the way to go. I love playing hardpoint. Hardpoint is one of my favorite game modes, especially 4v4 hardpoint. I'm not a big fan of 60-60 because it gets too campy and we just sit in corners and stuff. But I think hardpoint is a very good game mode. People say search and destroy is tactical and uplink is tactical, but I think hardpoint is the most tactical game mode because you need to know spawns, you need to know the rotations, of course, but you need to rotate early. You need to know when to shuffle across. You need to understand where your teammates are spawning, where your opponents could spawn then as a result, and all these things make it so tempting and so tactical. And I think the best game mode is definitely hardpoint. I still love search and destroy. I think it's the only game mode which beats hardpoint, but hardpoint is a very good game mode, and I think, in my opinion, we should go all mode and try it. But for that, of course, we need a fourth player. You can't play hardpoint with 3 players. I think that's the game mode is killed if you play 2v2s or 3v3s in hardpoint. I don't think it's that fun because then the rotations and then the amounts of stacking and slayers, and it just gets unbalanced and it's not as fun, in my opinion. So yeah, but other than that, we are looking for a fourth teammate, and something just showed up. Somebody just showed up, and I think that could be an option for us. He has a great experience, and we have to wait and see how that moves forward. But yeah, I've played a few hardpoints yesterday and a few days before, a 2v2 scrims and stuff, and I really like hardpoint. For me, hardpoint is definitely a good game mode. I have a huge struggle though with uplink. I have had some really bad experiences with uplink in Black Ops 3, and yeah, by the way, I make my only mistake here. I get hit by a nade and then I kind of panic and sit in the corner here on the side, so I die. My only death. But I hate uplink, really. I can't deal with it too well. Struggle with the momentum of the game and when to balance and when to push forward, and yeah, for me it's difficult sometimes to play hardpoint. So yeah, but other than that, I think uplink, sorry. Other than that, I think so. If you're good at 2 game modes, you can always win all mode. So if we're good at search and destroy, which we are, and if we're good at hardpoint, then it's definitely a bonus, because in this new game with Infinite Warfare, you play 2 search and destroys and 2 hardpoints. So basically, if you win 3 of those 4 game modes or games, you will definitely win the game. So I think that if you're good at 2 of the game modes, you'll succeed in all mode Call of Duty. So yeah, I think that's the way to go for us. But as I said, we still need that fourth player. Other than that, I'm gonna quickly talk about the current meta of the game. So as you can see, I'm playing with well, as you've probably all seen with if you watch pros and stuff like that, K-Bar is by far the best one. It has the best connection in public, but also has the best connection in custom and private games. It's definitely the way to go. I tend to play this the gun using ELO, quick draw, grip, stock, and long barrel. This being the fact that I think Infinite Warfare is very attachment heavy and not very perk heavy. So what that means is that you don't necessarily need that many perks. So there's not many crutch perks that you need for this game. So the only perk that I recommend that you need all the time is Dead Silence. That's for sure. That's a given. Other than that, dexterity is useful, blast shield is useful, and of course tack resist is useful. But other than that, I don't think any perk outweighs the value of having another attachment. So I tend to play right now. I tend to play only with K-Bar, either with 5 attachments or 5 setups and 2 perks, either dexterity and Dead Silence, or blast shield, Dead Silence, or have nades instead. So nades are quite useful in this game as well. Is it called the cluster? No, it's called the flechette. That nade is very, very useful, especially when getting overruns. You can always throw it and slow people down. It's quite useful. So I tend to use that a lot. It's very useful. Other than that, I think that going for attachments is the way to go with this game. Yeah, the other guns that are used in MLG or in competitive anyway is the MV4. Obviously, a team full of MV4 makes it difficult, as the gun is not very useful at close range, but it has a very good effect at long range. So what we usually do is we have Soren Gottes, who is by far the best MV4 player in our team, and he's the god with the gun. So we let him use the MV4, and Niels and I tend to play the quicker guns. That's our normal setup. Obviously, if I snipe, it's a big difference, as I'm trying to snipe much more, as I'm getting quite good at it. So yeah, I tend to use that to use a sniper now, and then the balance changes, of course. But the other guns that are also seen in especially in Hardpoint is the OSA. The OSA, I think the OSA is very, very underrated. Although it got nerfed twice already, so today is the 17th of January. I've played it so many times, even with the even with the nerfs that it's got, it's still very, very useful, and I tend to love the gun. It sprays people down instant. It has a very quick time to kill. Yeah, I really like the game. I really like the gun. Similarly, there I would use 5 attachments always. So much more effective that way, especially with the OSA, as it's got quite a few disadvantages with recoil and doesn't have the biggest range. So yeah, I definitely use that a lot. The other gun now with the newest update is that SMGs got buffed. They have more aim assist at range. Therefore the SMGs are becoming more useful, but I still don't see them being competitive enough compared to the OSA. The only SMG that I think is useful right now is definitely the ERAD. It provides the best damage range. It provides the best fire rate, and because it's a laser gun and it bounces off walls and stuff, it just helps, and I think it's very useful. It's still not 100% equal to having a K-bar or something, but I see moments where it's useful. I've also seen people use the RPR Evo or the RPR Evo, and I don't think it's that useful or that good. So the video's coming to an end now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you leave a subscribe or a like, and